Hello, Universe. What's up? It's your favorite Starseed Brandy 619, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I came back on here and did a recap regarding Miss Barbara Thomas. Now, what I will tell you is that for those of you that don't know and probably didn't see the other video or probably didn't care, it was not of interest to you, or you just didn't get around to see it. Miss Barbara Thomas was a woman that was out hiking, allegedly hiking with her husband. She came up missing. The husband said that they got separated when he was trying to take some pictures of some rock formations, and that she went around the corner and he never seen her again. He thought that she went back to their camper that was parked across the road. When he got there, the door was still locked and she was not there. He says that he called her name and waved his arms, and that he just never saw her again. He says that he believes that someone may have abducted her because she was wearing a bikini and had a beer in her hand. So, if you guys saw my last video, you guys know that I do not believe that that is what happened. I even question whether she had even been there. And the only thing that makes me think that she was there is because after speaking to some of the family members, key family members, okay, they confirmed that the picture that was taken of her in that bikini was on the day that she was reported missing, and she was standing in front of some rock formations. However, I did read an article just a minute ago that the police do not believe that there was any sign of an abduction, because there's no evidence to support that, okay? I also, apart from the things that stood out to me, like her not having a cell phone, her not having her own bottle of water or a fanny pack or anything like that, a granola bar, a Nutri-Grain Valley bar. She's out in a bikini with a beer in temperatures above 100 degrees in the Mojave Desert. He allows for his wife to walk on. Now, mind you, they're going on a 2-mile hike, okay? So he allows for his wife to walk on a half a mile ahead of him. And he says that he believes that she was abducted. But another thing that I thought about is, when you said that she had a beer in her hand, well, was there no beer can at the scene? Was there no spilled beer at the scene? I mean, did she take the beer can with her and the abductors? Would the abductors chance spilling beer all over themselves and their car? What would they be doing with a 69-year-old elderly woman, regardless whether she's wearing a bikini or not, But so there are some things that stood out to me. He did fail, the husband did, I think his name is Robert Thomas, he did fail a polygraph test, or the police hit on deception. Now, I did speak to her biological son. I did. And the consensus is that they do not believe that she just disappeared. And I think that they would agree with me that his story is not adding up. Well, they do agree with me that his story is not adding up. Okay? Now, I would love to really give you guys the ins and the outs of the conversation that I had with her son. And his name is Matthew. I do want to tell you guys that because no one has spoke about him. In the Inside Edition interview, there was a clip of a young blonde-haired lady who was talking, and that was Miss Barbara's stepdaughter, meaning that was Mr. Robert Thomas's daughter. And she said that his story could very well be plausible, and it could very well be true. But I think that that's her duty and her obligations to say that. That's her dad. Okay? So no one has spoken to the son. Now, the authorities have spoken to the son, but it is my understanding that Mr. Robert Thomas, Ms. Barbara Thomas's husband, was not forthcoming with her son's information. What I can tell you guys is that I did see a comment and realized that the son had not even been notified of his mother's disappearance until 4 to 5 days after she had already been missing. Okay? And that comes from illusion or omitting information and not giving the police information about her, how to get in contact with her son, her biological son, her only child. Okay? So I think it's safe to say at this point that, you know, when you start omitting information, I'm gonna think that you had your part in it. Now, what I will say is this: after speaking to the son, I think that there's a very deep rabbit hole, and I'm going to refrain from going that deep. I'm going to allow for her son to have his interviews with Inside Edition and any other news station or news channel that that he can get time with. And when those interviews come out, I'll definitely keep you guys posted. What's the matter, Miko?
I put my tablet in my backpack and Shirley just took it out.
No, you gotta stop spitting. Just talk.
I put my tablet in my backpack and then she took it out and she left it.
She left it where?
In your tablet.
No, I did not.
I put it in your backpack.
Why are you crying?
Your hair looks
My
nice.
tablet.
Okay, well, it was your responsibility to make sure that you had it. I don't know why you're crying, though. You gotta do better.
Yeah, your hair's cute.
Thanks.
So whose hair did you do? No one's.